Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. You are looking live over a beautiful sunrise in downtown Macon right now. The time is 6:30 on this April 18th. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanya Reese. This Tuesday morning, it's looking good on you. That sunrise, absolutely beautiful. And I hope we can start feeling that warmth through the screen because it's cold outside. It's cold in here.
I know. It is just a chilly start to the day. It does not feel like spring at all, Taylor.
I don't know. It feels a little bit more like winter. So make sure you grab the jacket before you're heading out the door. But it's just in Central Georgia fashion. You have a jacket in the morning, but you won't need it this afternoon. It's a cold start to the morning. At least we have a beautiful sunrise right now in Macon, low 40s area wide because we have these winds coming from the northwest. It pulls in that cooler air. So current temperatures are in the low 40s, maybe some mid 40s still hanging on. 43 in Sparta, 42 in Cochran, 46 in Montezuma, 43 as you head into Americus, 39 in McRae and Eastman. Now, current dew point temperatures are low. That means we won't have any fog issues, no rain, but we will have high fire conditions as we head into today. So make sure that you are not throwing any cigarettes out of the car window or starting any fires outside. High temperatures today will be in the low 80s. Lots of sunshine. The warmth and sunshine continue, but we have a dicey weekend on tap. I'll break down the full 7-day forecast. It comes up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Taylor. South Georgia police are now making arrests in an abuse case involving a teenager from Glenn County.
Now, 3 people were arrested about 1 month after 19-year-old Trent Kemp was dropped off at a Brunswick hospital severely intoxicated. 2 adults, Carlton and Lauren Strother, were arrested and now face charges of maintaining a disorderly house and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. A 17-year-old was also charged in a separate matter uncovered in their investigation. In
addition to the arrest, 2 complaints were made against juveniles in juvenile court. Police expressed frustration that national attention spurred misinformation about the case.
Updates on the progress of this case have been continuously given to the family as well as the victim. And in fact, prior to coming in for this conference, we were in touch with the family.
Police said their investigation revealed Trent had gone to a residence on St. Simon's Island where these gatherings happen regularly. He drank alcohol voluntarily, including to the point of blacking out and being in severe physical distress the night that he was taken to the hospital. Well, today, Governor Kemp is planning to sign a bill aimed at helping Georgia farmers protect their land from development. The bipartisan measure, Senate Bill 220, creates a conservation fund for agricultural land. It's designed to help farmers by creating a state agricultural conservation easement program. Farmers could sell some or all of their property's development rights to a land trust for protection. The governor will be joined by the agricultural commissioner and other state lawmakers for the signing.
Well, a big mental health bill for Georgians is now delayed until 2024. Georgia legislative leaders hope to pass part 2 of a massive mental health overhaul this year. But with the bill stalling in the General Assembly, there's no plan to resolve the shortage of mental health clinicians.
Increases the wait time. It takes a little bit longer to get them in for their first therapy appointment than it did previously. It's also increased the caseloads of the therapists that we have.
Now it means even more overtime for licensed clinicians on staff. Representative Todd Jones co-sponsored House Bill 520. He says the bill aimed to fix that shortage by forgiving student loans, easing training requirements, and making it easier to apply for and renew occupational licenses.
Basically, if you came from another state, you were in good standing with that licensing board, and you came across the border and wanted to work in Georgia, which of course we want you to come to Georgia.
But without the bill, he says it will take longer for those out-of-state people to get a Georgia license. But because this is year 1 of the session, the bill isn't dead. It could still pass next year.
6:34, we have an update to a story that we brought you yesterday. Mimosas are on the mind of people in Warner Robins. City Council approved allowing voters to decide on the brunch bill in November.
Really is a cleanup bill. All of the other metropolitan statistical areas in the state, so the MSAs in the state, have all adopted this, even smaller cities like Centerville and Perry.
The change would allow restaurants to serve alcohol starting at 11 a.m. on Sundays. April Bragg, you just heard from her with the Robbins Regional Chamber, says they've been wanting this for a few years now. She says since businesses aren't able to serve until 12:30, customers are traveling elsewhere. Bragg says if people vote for the bill, it will bring more opportunities for growth.
It's going to give them additional income that they can use to hire more staff, to put more investment into their business. It also increases the tax revenue for the city.
So this would impact about 60 businesses in the city. The bill would only affect restaurants and hotel sales, not grocery stores and other retail businesses in Warner Robins. You can cast your vote on the bill on November the 7th. Council members also wanted to see a boost in child literacy throughout the county. They awarded a $17,000 grant to House and County Family Connection to help improve reading skills for children up to 8 years old. Council voted to oversee these funds between the county and state Family Connection. Money will be put towards little libraries, reading circles, and other family literacy programs. We definitely love to see that.
Absolutely. Well, this weekend marks the 75th anniversary of the Dublin VA. It's the largest employer in Dublin. They pride themselves on their research and development.
Really looking to stay connected with those veterans in those areas to ensure that we understand what they need. We're looking at everything from our surgical programs to the primary care we provide to our subspecialties.
It started back in 1945 as a Navy hospital. 3 years later, it became a VA hospital. David Davila says they serve more than 40,000 veterans in their 49-county area. He says they pride themselves on their research and development. Vashon Brown's received services from the VA for more than 5 years and says what makes the VA so important is that it helps welcome veterans back to society and enjoys the peer support that he's gotten from the VA over the years.
Some military, people that working that was prior service that understand veterans. And you got, people, other people that have family members that are veterans.
On Saturday, VA is holding their festival from 10 to 2. Anyone can come out and enjoy. They'll have food trucks, live music, and a car show, and it is free to go.
The center's anniversary party will also include an event to really help out veterans, Caitlin.
The Veterans Benefits Administration is hosting a PACT Act claims clinic on Saturday from 10 to 2. The PACT Act expands health care and disability benefits for U.S. military veterans exposed to toxic burn pits and other chemicals and radiation. There are now more than 20 new presumptive conditions for burn pits and other toxic exposures like Agent Orange and radiation.
PACT Act claim benefits include health care eligibility, hundreds to thousands of dollars in monthly disability compensation, and education benefits for spouses. Nearly 260,000 claims have been filed across our country, with 66,000 benefits issued since the legislation was signed into law back in August. Coming up on 638, Earth Day is Saturday. If you want to learn more about how to support the earth here in Macon, the Fridge Kemp chapter of the Georgia Native Plant Society has you covered. Last summer, they started working on bringing a native plant garden to Amerson River Park, and now it's ready for visitors. The garden is near the park's playground. Society members hope it will soon be a way station for migrating monarch butterflies and a learning resource for people. The president of the society says if we want to help out the planet, we could start with plants.
Native plants are part of our natural ecosystem, so if we expect to save pollinators and birds, and because they're all connected, right? If we expect to support the biodiversity in our own ecosystem, we have to start with a native plant.
It's a love-hate with the pollen, Caitlin.
I know.
Now, she added their chapter is fundraising to make the garden wheelchair accessible. For more on what they're up to, you can check out the story on our website. That's at 13wmaz.com.